We're live. Hello. I don't know if there's anyone watching. Oh, I see one viewer. Hello, whoever's out there. Um, yeah, sound off in the chat if you'd like. What we're going to be doing today is doing our best, doing my best to power through 4 different designs. One is going to be really easy. The other 3 might take a little bit of time. But I got to get through them in 2 hours. I need to finish, or sorry, 3 hours. I have 3 hours, but I need to finish by 5:30. So the first set, I can go through it. Really go over the. I will go over the designs that we're focusing on first. The really easy one is petalil. So this will just be a more or less a normal petalil. I might make some adjustments to just like the proportions, just like maybe make the body smaller. I think something like that. Maybe smaller body, bigger leaves. Yeah, something simple like that. But the other big change is just going to be the color. So this is like a really easy one. But petalil will evolve into one of 2 evolutions. There are 2 different kinds of flowers here that are based that share a name. Actually, let me look up something. But they're both called camas. Okay. So there's 2 flowers that are both called camas. There is the great camas and the common camas. Those are more or less. You can say that they're the same flower. They have like different. They're like the flowers the petals are arranged a little differently, but they look almost identical. It's hard to tell them apart if you don't know what you're looking for. And the other one is called the death camas. Right. So they are related. Let me double check here. Maybe it's the family? Yeah, they're not in the same genus, but I believe they are in. Oh, okay. They are actually quite. They're actually quite distantly related, which is totally okay. But they are. But so there's the great camas and the common camas that are beautiful flowers. They are. They're bright purple, and their bulbs. It's kind of like a small onion kind of thing, but their bulbs are edible and have historically been a significant part of the First Nations diet. However, they can grow in the same place as the death camas, which, as you can imagine, can be or is very poisonous, and so it can make you very sick. I don't think it necessarily kills you, but of course, being very sick is very bad for you. And so the thing is that even though the flowers of the death camas are actually quite different. They're really small. They are white flowers. They come in like a bunch in a different arrangement. So the flowers are actually completely different from the great and common camases. But the bulb is almost identical. And so if you harvest the bulbs for eating when the flowers are not in bloom, you could end up harvesting death camas bulbs along with your great and common camas bulbs, and so it could make you very sick if you're not careful about it. So the idea here is that there are two evolutions to this petalil. The petalil represents the bulb, and so it'll be almost like a small little onion. It'll have some browns on it. And then one evolution will be probably the one, actually both of them will take more or less the same amount of work. So one of them will be representing the great and common camas, so it'll have this bright purple flower, and because Lilligant is consistently based on dances, the idea here is to make it based on a variety of First Nations traditional dances, or not so much the dance itself, but on the types of clothing used for those dances, which are tend to be very flowy and jingly and that kind of stuff. So that's the Lilligant, and then there will be the alternate evolution, which will be the Death Camas version, and this one is based on a settler dance. You could call it that, the mosh pit, and like punk aesthetics. So it'll have this bunch of white flowers that will also kind of have a kind of ghostly face. This is a grass and ghost type, and the first one is grass and fairy type. So yeah. They are, of course, both supposed to look like evolutions of Petalil, but otherwise they don't need to look that much alike. So I'm gonna get started and try to go through Petalil especially as quickly as possible. Actually, I'm gonna. Did I already pull? No, I didn't. I need to pull the official art for Petalil and Lilligant. I want to have those as a reference. I don't think there's anyone in watching right now, but if anyone shows up, sound off. So if I take this, oh yeah, I already did make it a little different, right? I forgot about that. Well, in that case, I don't need this copy of this. I can just use this. I'm not even gonna actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna clean up this rather than like redrawing anything. I'm just gonna clean up this sketch a little bit. Maybe I'll redraw the eyes or something, but other than that, I'm just going to put the colors in and move on because the other ones are going to take more work. I wonder what. Hey, Sharon. Did not expect to see you here today, but hello. Working on. Here, I'll show. Oh, since you're here, I'll show you the starting sketches for these. So, a lilligant with lots of like flowy bits, lots of like bits of leaves hanging from it. So I guess like mostly based on the proportions of Hisuian lilligant. And then the alternate evolution is the punk mosher. Okay. Okay, that's fairly straightforward. I was looking up the shape of camas seeds to use as the basis for the eye shape. Otherwise, this design is like basically done. Just have to decide whether I guess whether the point of the eye will be up or down. Very alternate evolution, yes. They will be one based on one will be a grass and fairy type, the other one will be a grass and ghost type. The particular choice of types is because fairy is associated with food and the camas bulb is edible and a important source of nutrition in the traditional diet here. And I could do both. I could have it so that the eyes pointing. Yeah, the eyes with the point going up could be the one that evolves into the fairy type. And then the one with the points of the eyes going down could be the one that evolves into the ghost type. So the punk one is a ghost type because it is based on the death camas, whose bulb looks almost identical. Bulb is like a small onion that the flower grows out of. It looks almost identical to the bulb of the edible great camas, but the bulb of the death camas is very poisonous. So yeah, I think that's a good distinction. Like you could have, I could just have both versions. And then it would be like you have to kind of carefully watch to know which one this one is. And I do think that the ghost type would be a lot less common, because the flower itself is also a lot less common, which is to be expected when one is edible and the other one will poison you. That one would be. One would be. What's the word? Cultivated. One would be cultivated and not the other. Oh wow, so Uloima lilligant isn't going to be a regional evolution form like Hisuian. If the form is decided at Pedalil, so one could breed Hisuian lilligant in Uloima to get this pedalil. Sure. Like to me it doesn't make sense when you can like wait. Oh, I thought I see the problem. Wrong layer. But yeah, to me it doesn't make sense when you breed a creature of one subspecies, one regional form, and it comes out as a different one. I know that's just, Pokemon magic, but still. Hello, Thog. Welcome. All right. I'm glad there are people here watching. I was worried because I'm starting earlier. I was worried that it would be a quiet day. I know Charon won't be able to stay very long though. I think the regional form Everstone breeding mechanic should be reversed. Regional forms breed their own, but an Everstone that would make more sense. I would be more on board with that. Oh. I was thinking that it would be the opposite, but now that I've like colored in the eyes, this eye looks a little angry. Whereas this eye looks more normal. So yeah, so I think maybe the angry eyes will be the punk one. Anyway, it will have black eyes, so I'm going to keep that as it is. Camus has black seeds, and that's what I'm basing the eye shape on. So that'll just stay. I will start by stealing the colors from original Petilil, but I will make some modifications. Good morning, Ozioni. Welcome. I did the whole explanation of the what and why of these designs when I think there was only like one person watching, and I don't even know if they were, actually watching or not. But there was one person in the audience. So now I'm like, maybe I do need to, even though I've done it already, maybe I need to do it again. Give another spiel. Okay, what colors do I want to do differently? The face, I think. I think I want the face to be yellow. Yeah, like a pale yellow, like that. I'll probably put some minor color in the eye, but that might just be more green. Yeah. All right. I think that's all I need. The two different forms of, what did I call it? I think I called it like island petalil or something like that. Coastal petalil. Anyway, the two forms that are identical except for the eye. So now, Lilligant. The idea for the Lilligant, well, all right, I'll give the whole spiel again. I'll just try to be quick. So there are two, genetically, taxonomically, as far as I know, unrelated kinds of plants here that have the same name. They're both called camas, but there are two like very closely related species that look almost identical that are called great camas or common camas, and they have really, really beautiful bright blue or bright purple flowers. They have like large flowers. You see entire meadows of them. It's beautiful in the spring. And the bulbs of them, they're bulbs, which is a little. It's a part of the root, kind of like a little onion. They are edible, and so this kind of camas has been cultivated by First Nations, and so they're like beautiful gardens that are also edible. Yeah. So that's what the Lilligant evolves into. The Lilligant evolves into or rather, that's what the Lilligant is based on. It is the great camas. It'll have purple flowers, and its outfit, so to speak, will be based on the kinds of flowing clothing and like garments that are used in traditional dances. It'll just be like lots of like long leaves hanging from the shoulders and from the waist, I guess, but otherwise mostly based on the proportions of Hisuian and Lilligant. But there's another plant that is also called camas that is genetically, as far as I know, quite unrelated, which is the death camas. It looks completely different. It's a much smaller plant. The flowers grow in like little clusters of very small white flowers. And so, but they are also called camas. It's called death camas. And the important thing is that the bulbs look almost identical as that of great and common camas. And so if you're not careful, you could end up letting death camas grow alongside your grade in Common Chemist. And so when you go to harvest the bulbs, if you harvest when the flowers aren't in bloom, you could end up harvesting the Death Chemist bulbs alongside the edible ones. So Death Chemist, very poisonous, very bad for you. So that is the alternate evolution. Working name is Chemosh, because it's based on Chemis, and moshing, or the mosh pit. Punk styles. One is the like nice, positive, is like feeds you. It's the fairy type, and it's based on indigenous outfits. The other one is aggressive. It is a ghost type, and it's also based on styles of the settlers. So yeah, it could end up looking like male female, but like I think all Lilip are female anyway, right? Not Lilip, Petalil. So it is not meant to be like the masculine evolution or anything like that. Yeah, it's 100% female. So I like either way, they're all going to be female. So there's that. There's my Hisuian Lilligant to use as a basis in terms of proportions. I don't want to use the exact same pose, naturally, but I'll take this, make a copy of it just to steal the proportions a bit. We could make it like a Zoro, if you know what I mean. Well, yes, I suppose so, but no, the intention is not to make it masculine and feminine. It's just to make it the one that feeds you, or like the one that nourishes you, and the one that kills you. Oh wait, what am I doing? I don't want to do a full trace of this. I just want to generally get the proportions. Hello, GoPlay. You're coming home from England today. You make more Taximons and forums later. Oh, you've been traveling. I see. Hisuian Lilligant doesn't have a knee. I have to figure out where the knee might be, if it would fold at all. You have been traveling all day. Yeah, I know what that's like. Whenever I go to Brazil, it's usually, depending on the route and how the connections go, yeah, it can be like a 20 to 24 hour travel time. Which is not fun. You know what? I'm going to I'm going to delete that one, and I'm just going to duplicate this leg. Yeah, the knee definitely needs to be able to bend. So actually, I'm going to do that. Do that again. Duplicate that. But I'm going to separate this into 2 separate layers so that I can more easily bend the knees. Oh, whoops. This is the top. Okay, what I need here is the bottom, not the top. More off topic, but just realized regional form breeding could be how there could be a female rufflet someday. You're just gonna say that and leave it at that, and you're not gonna give any explanation of what you mean. Like a regional form could have both genders instead of being male-only species. Sure. In this region, they occur in both genders. How strange and unique. Stream quality looks like it's much better today than it was yesterday. Hopefully that holds up. Photoshop, help me draw 6 flowers or 6 petals at once. Close enough. Just looking at reference images to see how I want to arrange these. Because I want them to be... both of these are flowers that come in bunches, so I kind of want to preserve that. Maybe I don't need a smaller one, though. Actually, I don't want a crown motif on this one. I'll do something that's more proper flower-like. I mean, I don't want a crown motif on either of these, I think, but... but certainly not on the one that represents the colonized. Okay, now how do I want to create or like position where others of the bunch might be? Originally, I was thinking, like you can see, kind of see in my sketch, that originally I was thinking that they would be like two flowers kind of on top of each other, like one inside the other, I guess. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe that would work. Maybe that's okay. I can maybe simplify the smaller flower a bit more. Okay, so far going okay. Anyone have thoughts on how this is going? If anyone is currently watching? I don't think I have the legs quite right, but at the same time, I don't know if it really matters because I'm going to cover up a lot of it with dangling leaves, so it might not be a big deal that it looks a little awkward. because this one is kind of a complicated layering thing, I am actually going to name my layers this time. At least group them into named layers. Or named groups, I suppose. Need to clean it up already because otherwise I'm gonna lose track of of what's on what like layer. So one's there. Okay, I definitely need to adjust the position of this leg, but it's actually less, like, looking less bad than I was worried it would. I'm actually pretty satisfied with how this looks. Except that I need to work on the expression. I don't know if it's going to look right for Lilligant to have an eye that pokes, that feels like 3D. That goes like a little bit outside of the outline of the face, but yeah, that that does look a little weird. If I look only at the eye that sticks out, or that would stick out, that does look better, but now this eye doesn't look like it matches enough. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm not even going to respond to that, dog. But I'm happy with how this is. I think I might need to clean up some of the lines for the flowy bits, but other than that, it's looking good. So yeah, I think I will do just one more pass at cleaning up the sketch. I might even do most of it on one layer, or just a reduced number of layers. Do you like the design though, August? I haven't had anyone comment on whether they like it, whether they think it looks good. So I could use a little bit of feedback. Even if it's just, yep, all good. These kinds of designs have never been your cup of tea personally. I think it's fine, but could see it with thinner legs perhaps. What do you see, like what part of it is not your cup of tea? Like, just like feminine plant designs? Or is there, something specific? Oh, and just because I didn't explicitly acknowledge that, I can try making the legs a little bit thinner. It is supposed to be a stomper though, because a lot of Kosalish dances involve a lot of stomping, and so a lot of spinning, a lot of stomping, a lot of like drum beats. So it might make sense to keep it a little thicker, but I'll see what it looks like when I make it a little thinner as well. Just never been fond of either plant or gendered, mainly feminine designs. Never been your thing. That's fair. There are some that I like quite a bit. I love Steenie, for example. I like the original Lilligant. I like, but it's not my. I don't know. I think it's grown on me actually. Like I didn't like it as much when Gen 5 first came out, but yeah, Lilligant has grown on me. Maybe it's just a, you know, time making me more familiar with it. Whatever I didn't like about it at the beginning kind of faded into the background. All right, see you soon, Doug. Oh, right, I wanted to check. The shape of the leaves on canvas. Yeah, it's just kind of grassy. So it is very pointy, so maybe I should... Hey, Null. I'm gonna make the leaf points a little bit pointier and less rounded. No, let me know what you think of this design. Probably because I started early today, there haven't been as many people watching, and so I'm a little bit like, you know, am I doing okay? If you feel like it, you could also join me on voice. But I know that may not be up your alley. Looks cute, like a mix of the other two Lilligant forms with a bit of blossom thrown in. Yeah, if that's how you see it, that's pretty good. I'm just trying, at the moment, I'm just working on cleaning up the sketch a bit. So that I can then put on the colors and everything will make sense once I go to do the final rendering. As a huge Lilligant fan, gets your stamp of approval. Excellent. Excellent. I don't know if you caught this. I was saying this like right before you joined that like I was not I don't think I was as much of a Lilligant fan in Gen 5, but over the years it's grown on me quite a bit. Not so much Hisui and Lilligant. That one like doesn't really cut it for me. But the original Lilligant I do quite like. Grew to appreciate around Gen 7. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't really know what made me reconsider, honestly. But it might have just been, you know, getting used to the way it looks and seeing more of the like feminine grass types. Getting more used to that just like being a thing. I don't dislike Hisui and Lilligant. It's just it doesn't work as well for me as the original does. I don't think it was Quiver Dance because, well, I mean, it might have been like if there's like an in-game appearance of Lilligant with Quiver Dance, that might have helped. But I don't know if I've ever even used one on a team. So I don't think that would have been it unless I used one. Right. The dog suggested that the legs be a little thinner. So I'll do a bit of that. Oh, Indigo is home. I thought Indigo was going to be home a lot sooner, honestly. Hi, honey. Good. This Lilligant is dancing.
Cool, as Lilligant does.
Yes. How was work?
Fine. Long.
Yeah.
Still gotta do some stuff.
At home, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me test out some colors. Hour and a half left to try to get this one and 2 others done. this one. This one. Thoughts on the colors? I think the brown is too dark. Yeah, that feels more cohesive with the rest of it now. The flowers. Lilligant's flowers have the little line in the middle, which is, so I drew it in, but the flower that I'm basing it on does not have anything. So I could either draw it in anyway, but put the yellow in those little lines. Or I could just make it like a darker purple. Yeah. Okay, visually that helps a lot. But let me see if a darker purple will also work. Just to, just to give it a little bit more dimension. So yellow or purple. I think the yellow does work better actually. Yeah. Oh, I did actually make the eyes purple. It's just that when I was drawing the eyes, I filled it in. But there is purple behind the eyes. Yeah. Maybe I will make the tassels on the legs. Maybe I'll make those purple as well. I feel like it needs more of the purple to feel like it all goes together. I like that. Oh, and now I think I actually prefer it with the dark purple on the flower instead of the yellow. What do you think, Noel? The dark purple is more cohesive. It is a better representation of the flower that it's based on. Yeah. And now that there's only like a little bit of balance, a little bit of yellow on the head and a little bit of yellow on the neck, I feel like it like this kind of minimal use of yellow just is just right, and it's pretty close to what is that I mean it's pretty much exactly what the other Lilligants have as well. Like I guess what the other Lilligants have it in yellow, I guess, or in not in yellow, in white, but yeah, that doesn't look right. It's too much contrast, so I think I will go. I think I'll go with the dark purple. Hey, Thog. So I'm basically finished with this one, unless you have some major objection about the color. It's harder to dance if it's quadruped. Well, this next one is also going to be a bit tough to get the pose right, so I'm gonna move on. By the way, no, this is what the pedalil looks like. Actually, here. This is the pedalil that evolves into the Lilligant you just saw. And now this is the pedalil that evolves into this alternate evolution that we're gonna do right now, which is provisionally called Kamosh. So, evil flowers, yes. So, it is, whereas the first one is a grass and fairy type, this is a grass and ghost type based on the death camas, which is a species of flower that shares the same name camas as the other one that I based the Lilligant on, but is otherwise not very closely related. But they have bulbs that are very similar. Yeah, well, like, without the flowers visible, they look very similar. And whereas the great camas and the common camas are edible, the death camas is poisonous. I was thinking that it would be kind of like a wormhole, that it would be just like decided by some, if this was a real game, if I think it would just be decided by some, some mechanical, some number, and what was my other thought on that? But I do think that it would be that this one would be much rarer, because whereas one, so just like the flowers themselves, one kind is edible, and so it is cultivated, and it is beautiful, so it also gets cultivated for that. And the other one is poisonous, and so it gets not necessarily like weeded out, but you don't want to keep it in the same place where you're growing your edible garden of camas. So they are rarer, they are harder to find. There's a park near here where it's this hill with this like these beautiful like meadows of camas that are in the spring are just like all purple, and then there's another flower that grows next to it that is pink, and it's just this purple and pink meadow, and it's beautiful, and it's just like covers significant portions of this hill. And then the death camas, there is like one flower in one place. So, but yeah, the challenge with this one is getting a pose that looks right for a mosh pit. Yeah, I need a good mosh pose, but like mosh poses are difficult because they're so like awkward. Well, there isn't that much to know, really. It is a It is a place where you dance, if you want to call it that, by by running into people. uh, yeah, Flickr is not being helpful, unfortunately. Um, so there's a lot of just like flailing limbs. But it's important to know that the number one rule of moshing is that if someone falls, you help them get back up, because you do not want them to be trampled. If you want to look in the I don't want to share these photos because they are copyrighted ones, so I don't want to put them on stream. But if you want to look in the region voice chat, I will share some good photos of people moshing. But yeah, so like I actually like the pose that I have for the sketch, but I want it to be like more 3/4, a little bit more front facing. Maybe this one is a good one. Not quite, not quite.
Thank you.
Doing okay?
Yeah, just tired.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can make this work. Right. I have to like remind myself that I don't need to do like all the like standard features of Lilligant because it's not a Lilligant. You know, I'm going to revise my answer from earlier. Null, you said it was a evil flower, and I said yes, but it's not really an evil flower. It is, however, a flower that can kill you. It's an aggressive flower that can kill you. But it's not evil. It's a little unwanted, a little rejected. But not evil. Hisui Lilligant is an aggressive flower that can kill me too. You have experience with these things. I'll figure out how I'm doing that face later. The question is, what does the body look like? It still needs to have the bulb because the whole point is that it has the same bulb as Lilligant. So maybe the body is very similar, but the legs are gonna be tough. The legs are always hard. Maybe it has axe shoes. No, I think it should have more like thick-soled like platform boots, maybe. Maybe studded. Oh yeah, have you had any progress in figuring out what your problem is? Fair enough, but yeah. Sometimes people do manage to figure things out. Okay, thick-soled boots. I'm not like getting it because I don't want to like literally give it a, like I don't want to do that. I don't want to make it look like it has an actual boot on. So I'm thinking of leaning more into like the spikiness, and maybe just having points actually for the feet, but giving it some punk spikes. maybe flat feet with spikes in a ring around the ankle. I guess a ring around the ankle is close to what I was thinking of. Saucepan. Silly cat scratching where she's not supposed to. Well, the leg position certainly looks better now, I think. I might flip the position of the arms, but I also don't want to make it look like it's dabbing. There should be something ghostly about the design. Yeah, the idea is that there will be a kind of ghost face in the flowers. I just haven't drawn it yet because I think it would be too busy to figure that out, having all of the other like lines going on. But yeah, in the sketch you can see there is a face, a ghostly face in the flower bit. Maybe that's all it is. starting to realize why so many early gen learn sets are so abhorrent. And why is that? Because there just aren't enough moves. I mean, I assume that's part of it. Replacing learn sets for my crystal type redo ROM hack and getting through all 250 ones is taking so long. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. So the ghostly face. The flowers of Death Camus are small. They do have 6 points, which is the same as the other one. Mostly white with little yellow centers. They're also pointier than what I drew, so I'm going to redraw. To make this. The whole design is pretty pointy anyway, so I think this is a good idea. I'm going to summon the power of radial symmetry again. once I finish the type redo ROM hack, I'm gonna move back to the fan game, and can still take new mons. Do you wanna request new mons?
Hi there.
Hello.
So, right now it either looks like it has really saggy boobs or a butt on its front. Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I could not for a second, but I think I can.
Oh, I mean, when you said that it either has saggy boobs or a butt on its front, I just chuckled. I didn't respond right away.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely don't see boobs. I can see how it might look like a butt. But at the same time, I think that once it's colored, it won't look like that.
Okay. Just wanted you to be aware of it.
Thank you.
Hey, I have nothing against butts. No.
That's good because
One
I
in.
have one, and yeah, if that was going to be a problem, that would be kind of awkward. So
It would. I'd have to cancel my flight.
yeah, just because of butts.
Yeah, I'm more of an ant person.
More of a yes and kind of person.
I guess. The and doesn't have to have a yes in front of it, but okay.
Well, I mean, if you just say and, I don't know if the improv is works as well.
Yeah. But this is more than just improv. This is also feedback and, therapy and stuff.
Wait, being on stream is therapy?
Yes. And
For whom?
it is art therapy. Or something.
Or something.
So, is this third or second or first that you're working on right now?
Third. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. Obviously the lines are a little bit like messier than I wish, but I feel confident enough about the shapes that I think if I color it, I can move on and I will, if it looks good colored, when I render it, it'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have done the Pedilil and the Lilligant. This is the third one. And I have about half an hour to try to fit in one more.
You got this.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the colors now because, like I said, I feel pretty good about how the pose looks and the specific elements of it. I don't think it's too much or too little.
I love the thorn spikes. the face, the face on the side with the flowers, like the punk nest. It's great.
Okay, thank you.
I hope I agree about the other two.
You hope you agree about the other two?
Yeah, because I haven't seen them yet.
Oh. Well, I can quickly show you, but I'll do this first.
Also, hi everyone on stream, but I am not reading stream right now. So if anyone has said hello, hello. And if you have not said hello, then I'm saying hello first. Hello. And by stream, I mean stream chat.
Yes, I mean I understood that.
I just figured I realized I did not specify. You know, like this week before my vacation, my work was like, hey, let's like give you a bunch of stuff to do before you go.
Classic.
All at once. And then like I had like 2 weeks where like I was not doing much, and it's like I had a lot of free time at work, and I'm like I need things to do.
Mm-hmm.
And now they choose like the week that I'm leaving, they're like, oh, here's all this stuff. And I'm like, where was this a week ago? Yeah, like they gave me 3 new clients at once, and like that first week when a client comes, there's like so much paperwork and things to do within like a strict deadline for insurance. So it's like just having one client in a week is stressful enough, but it's rough.
Yeah. You cut off a little bit there, but I think we all got the gist of it.
Okay, it is done. Hello.
What is it?
The paperwork I had to do.
Good job.
Thanks. It was kind of confusing.
What do you?
It's fine.
Good job.
Gunno, you're cutting off a bit. We're not catching all of your words. And I don't think it's my connection. My connection is actually good today. No says, hi Gunno, who won't read this. Dog says, Gunno, more like Blano. Haha, it's funny because he can't see this. Friggin' Blano. Lol.
So hostile.
No, it's not that hostile.
So hostile. Gaia, are you still with us? Oh dear.
We lost him.
Yeah.
We lost him, like he disconnected from the voice chat, so I think until further notice, I'm going to assume that he died horribly in a car crash.
What?
Man, I'm gonna feel so bad if that's actually what happened.
Oh no. Don't do that. Not nice.
Oh. Someone's back. Maybe.
Can you hear me now?
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry, there's a certain spot in my drive where I lose connection, and then I never know exactly when I'm going to get it back.
Well, don't crash.
I will not.
You promise?
I promise. I already had to promise all of my kids today that I would not crash.
Oh, okay. Guaranteed then.
I was telling them about how my name is cursed, and they're like, "Okay, Gano, you are not allowed to do risky things or get into car crashes." And I'm like, "Okay, I promise." I also promise to not get assassinated.
Oh, nice. Wait, did you pinky promise though?
I'm waiting. What am I waiting for?
No, did you pinky promise though?
I'm still waiting.
For what? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I heard Indigo say wait, and then I did not hear anything after that.
Oh, no, I was asking if you pinky promised, because that makes a big difference.
I did not pinky promise because in general I do not touch my clients.
Okay, fair enough.
And it would be hard to like pinky promise like 8 people at the same time. It'd just be a little awkward.
That'd be such an epic pinky promise. All 8 pinkies? Like, damn.
That's unbreakable. Oh, whoops.
Anyways, but yeah, paperwork was weird because it was like, well, actually, this is like a whole thing, and I'm like, this shouldn't be this hard. Because I was trying to get I'm trying to sign up for a supplier for literally 2 ingredients for my business thing.
2 ingredients to be supplied for your business.
Yes. and so like this is all I need from this company, and like literally nothing else. And I'm only going to them because they're the cheapest, and it's like, you know, it's a no-brainer. Anyways, but yeah, and so I like go to the company and I'm like, hey. Oh, actually, I emailed them originally, being like, hey, I want to be a customer. And then they didn't get back to me, so I called, and they were like, oh, yeah, no problem. And I was just like, okay. And so then they're like, let's connect you with our, like, sales rep. And they're like, yeah, the sales rep I've actually met before. So I was like, yeah, I know him, all good. Anyway, so I connected with the sales rep, and I'm like, hey, like, I need these 2 things. And he's like, cool, I'm gonna send you a price list. And I'm like, cool, I need these 2 things.
Yeah, but a sales rep is a sales rep.
And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll send you that price list. And I'm like, okay. So then I see this, so I read the price list, and I'm like, yep, I need these 2 things. So I emailed the sales rep being like, hey, I need these 2 things. And he's like, okay, well, you need to fill out your customer form for me to, like, you know, take you on. And I'm like, yeah, I've never gotten that. The customer sign-up form? No one's given this to me. And so he emailed me that, and so I'm like, okay. so I've only finally got, so he emailed it to me this morning, so I was just like, I have to, like, make my stuff, so I'll fill it in when I'm back at home. Anyways, so then I'm filling it in, and it's like, how would you like to pay? And I'm like, well, I would like to pay with my credit card, like, in the form, but there's no space anywhere to provide my credit card information. So like, I'm just like, how do I give you this information? How do I pay you? Anyway, so I like
Help me give you money.
yeah. So I filled out the form the best I could, emailed it off, and was just like, hey, like, how do I pay you for my inevitable order of 2 things? Anyways, but yeah, so that's where I was at.
Yeah. Well, I was worried that you were going to be like, hey, I need these 2 things. And they're like, all right, let's give you a price list. And then one or both of those 2 things were not even on the list.
No. There, I had insider knowledge because my former boss, I asked her for all the information she could give me, and so she gave me all the price lists for all the different vendors.
Nice.
So
She was a real one, for real.
Yeah. So like, a couple of these places are like, you already know the price, and I'm like, yeah. So a couple of the things, the prices changed a little, but like a 20-cent increase, like it's fine. So nothing that changes what I need from them, and so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hope that you are able to get those 2 things.
2 things. One of them I could possibly get from elsewhere, if I really had to. But the other one I really haven't been able to find in convenient places. So.
See, the fact that you are not saying what the 2 ingredients are makes it so like mysterious and suspicious.
Sorry. Okay. No, it's balsamic vinegar and Gruyere cheese.
That's what they're calling it these days.
Yes.
By the way, hello, Stellar Kitsune.
Sorry. Hi.
I had to let the story finish. Hopefully you're still here.
Yeah, you come for the fakemon, you stay for the work stories and such.
But yeah, so like balsamic vinegar, I can easily get like at like Costco or what have you. But the Gruyere cheese, very elusive. So just like if I'm gonna expend an exorbitant amount on fancy cheese, I'd rather not buy like 10 packs from my local grocery store and it's just buy it in bulk. So that's where I'm at. Anyways.
Dogs thinks it could still be slightly spookier, maybe wispy elbows or heels. Maybe more holes. Holes in the mohawk I could see.
Wispy?
Wrong wispy.
Oh, sad.
But yeah, I'm trying to like just adjust what the face looks like. I think it's not quite right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that looks a little better. Where is the yellow I want? I had to, there you go. Gano, since you mentioned your name curse earlier, remind me how long you have left to live?
At least 1 year. Hopefully, I can make it the next 11.
Between 1 and 11 years. Okay.
Yes, because I'm 29, and all of the Ganos died in their 30s. None of them have made it to 40. So, like, starting next year, it's I'm on the clock to try to get the record.
Oh dear. Well, I'm glad we're scheduling your visit before you turn 30. Ooh, that looks cool.
So also, I don't think any of them died before 30. So also, like, I'm good. I can do whatever I want for the next year.
Maybe a kind of sun current eye pattern, like the stripes, I guess is what you mean. Stripes. What shape would that be in? I'm definitely not going to get to the hummingbirds today. Or at least not before the game that starts in 15 minutes.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Who are they playing when I'm there? Do you know yet?
Same team as today, actually. It's a team from Argentina called Lanús.
Okay.
Yeah, for the South American Cup. So it's a match played in 2 games. Today's the first game. Today's the away game to start the series, and next week is the home game that ends it.
And like the goals are cumulative between the 2 games, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Nice husband.
Oh, sunken. Well, you said I was picturing the like the stripes, and I do really like the stripes on Sunkern's eyes. The sunken eye pattern. I mean, that would just be like a bit of makeup, which is easy enough to do. Yeah, I don't want to imply eyebrows again, so I'm going to I'll keep it on the bottom. Sorry, what were you saying, Gono?
Just seeing this Pokemon makes me get that punk rocker song stuck in my head. I'm a punk rocker, yes I am.
I'm a punk rocker, yes I am. I'm not familiar with that one. At least not just from that. Like, maybe if I heard it, it would sound familiar again, but...
Maybe that's the main chorus.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say it too well, because then you'll get demonetized. Well, you should look it up. Look up the lyrics and look up the song. It's a classic.
Okay. Okay, I made it too angry by putting the like shadow in the middle of the face. It's not supposed to be that angry, but
For a new frowny face.
but a little bit of makeup is okay. Like that I think looks good. All right, I'm gonna call it there. For this one, I will quickly show everyone else what I did for the others. Just gotta group them all. So the idea is that there is this pedal that is either has the points of the eyes going downward, in which case it will evolve into a Lilligant that stomps and twirls and is a fairy type, and it feeds you. It helps plants grow and that kind of stuff, so helps with your crops, I guess. Or the Pedalil has the eyes with the points going upward, in which case it evolves into Kamosh, who, well, if you try to eat it, it will kill you.
It woke up and chose violence.
I don't know. It can still be hot while sleeping.
Sorry?
It can still be violent while sleeping. It doesn't even have to wake up and choose it.
Apparently the song that you're talking about is in Superman, according to Thog.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then I've heard it. Still don't know it, though. Well, do I want to spend 10 minutes just working on the sketch for the hummingbirds?
Yes.
Because what I have is really, really not a good, like, not a good sketch. It's just like it gives you kind of the impression of what I'm going for. I think especially the one on the right here, that's the one that's closest, that I liked the most. I might end up not doing this one entirely on stream, honestly, just because I'm out of time. But the idea for this one is that it's two hummingbirds that are constantly flying together, flying around each other. One...
Mouse hold, make it burp.
Sorry?
Mouse hold, but make it burp.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Where... Actually, we just did one that is fairy type, one that is ghost type, but this is fairy and ghost. And it is a happy one and a sad one. But yeah, the main challenge here is less the design and more getting the pose to look right. The hummingbirds are very cool, but the problem with them is that they're very dynamic as well, which makes it hard to draw them without just like, I don't know, copying a photo, which is definitely not what I'm doing right now.
Definitely not. feel like it's easy to forget how loud hummingbirds are.
Wing beats,
Yeah,
cries.
the wing beats. Their wing beats are like super loud.
They also can do a loud whistle when they dive bomb at you. They like.
Oh, well, hummingbirds I know don't dive bomb me, so
It's a
we're
way that
friends. They don't
well
do that.
the ones here do it because I have experienced it. Um,
Oh,
but no, they like dive, but they like tuck their wings in a way that that causes the like wind whistling past them to to make a high pitched whistle. Uh,
yeah.
and it's they do that to protect their nests, like to try to drive predators
Uh-huh.
away.
Yeah, the hummingbirds in my backyard are safe, so they do not have to do that.
Yes, the
We are
hummingbirds
friends.
that I've had to do this to me were wild. So
Yeah.
and like
Even my
this was
cats
in the
chill with them.
forest, not like on a back in a backyard, right? So
Even my cats chill with them. Like he
nice.
like passes by their nest and sees them and like doesn't like try to hunt them or anything. They're just like, "Yep, you live here too."
That's nice. Everyone
Yeah.
everyone can be happy together.
But one time, one of them got stuck in my house, and like I was in the living room, and it came through the open backyard to my kitchen, and I really for a second thought that there was like a helicopter outside, like right above my house because of how loud it was. Until I realized that there was a hummingbird flying around me.
Inside.
Yes.
Now the hard one. The one going this way is easy. The one going this way has a difficult pose. I'll probably have to like adjust features a little bit, but I don't know if I can find a pose for a hummingbird like swooping. Lots of people here are working on fakemon projects. That's cool. That was my dad telling me that he's ready for the game. So
Did we ever come up with a suitable working name for this one?
Fairyaf is what I wrote down, but as just a, I'm not super happy with it. So Fairyaf is a palindrome for fairy, so, and it's also Fairaf.
Yeah.
Okay, do these two look sufficiently like they're flying around each other?
Yeah. Can this one in our regional Pokedex be number 69?
Oh dear.
I did not hear a no.
I didn't say a no.
Oh, good. I'll take that as a yes.
All I said was oh dear.
No, the deer Pokemon will be a different.
The deer Pokemon will be number 24. That's a joke for my Brazilians. Don't worry about it. Okay, I gotta go now. It is 5:30. But yeah, I might just finish this one like later today off stream. Like I'm not gonna bother streaming for like 20 minutes. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow to do the final stages of the starters, and that'll be the last one. Yeah, well, maybe I'll leave the rest of this for tomorrow, but I also don't want to like end up taking like 6 hours, you know, because it's the starters.
Starters need to, yeah, I think they need your undivided attention.
The starters need to be able to marinate. Yeah.
If later today you do like want to get feedback on this one, like just over like Discord stream, I'll be around.
Okay. Yeah, I can. That is more doable than doing a whole like proper stream. Okay, there's the Petalil. There's the Lilligant. Put the Petalil in front. And there is Kamosh. Trying to beat up the Lilligant, I think.
Oh.
They're just dancing.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for being here, and yeah, hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.